Howdy. I'm doing another tier list. We truly are in the tier list arc right now, aren't we? This is going to be the Kuva weapons. I'll probably do a Tenant weapons. I know I should probably wait since Tenant Glaxion and Kuva Sobek are about to come out. But I'm already here, so fuck it. We'll keep it rated as it is SABCD, and I believe this is all of the Lich weapons that are currently in the game at the time of making this video. And I have used almost all of these. I don't own them all on my own account, but I do play on my friend's account, and he has some of them, right? So I'd say it's pretty safe. I know pretty much everything that's needed for all of these weapons except Shieldag and Brock. I don't know anything about the Kuva Brock, alright? Though I've seen a lot of stuff about the Shieldag, though. I know it's pretty good. But I've got no idea what the hell the Brock is. So we're just gonna play it safe based off of the stats. And that's just a secondary like hand cannon type weapon. I'm gonna assume it's probably C tier. Though if you are, a raging Brock simp, let me know in the comments if it's actually godly, and maybe I'll make a video on it once I get it. So don't take this with a giant grain of salt. But the rest of these I can rank pretty accurately for the most part, I'd say. Kuva Kortak, this thing is C tier as well. It can be strong for sure. And I tried to make it work, dude. I tried, but I hated it so much in the end I ended up deleting it. I used the normal Kortak a lot back in the day, but it's just not that good. It's a basic rifle, but there's better rifles. Then it has the 4-shot fire mode, but that's just like a worse shotgun. Why not just use the heck? I don't know. It's just not that great. The Kuva Ayaya, I think it's actually called the Ayanga, but this is what it's called on the tier list, I guess. This is okay. It's not bad as far as arc guns go, but it is an arc gun. But I'd say it's in comfortable B tier. I've used it probably more than any other arc gun except the starting one. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Kuva Chakra is comfortable A tier. It's way stronger than people give it credit for. It does some pretty massive damage, and you can easily one-shot enemies with a good slash build all the way up to like level cap, but you are going to need all of your stacks up, and you have to be a god at getting headshots. And then there's also the like 12-year reload speed that's going to get you killed a lot. But if you can deal with that, it's not a bad weapon. Kuva Dracoon. This thing is B tier. I'm going to put it above the Ayaya. It's pretty good, actually, and I'm going to be making a video on it soon. It's not bad, but it's a funny gun that like shoots bouncy balls all over the place, but it's just honestly a worse shotgun than most of the other shotguns. Like the Kuva Hex gun knew much better. Speaking of Kuva Heck, this thing is A tier, top of A tier. Almost S tier. If it was more versatile, it could be S tier, because this thing has some of the highest single target damage in the entire game. It's ridiculous how much damage you can do with the Kuva Heck. But it just lacks the versatility to be able to go in S tier. Kuva Brahma, even with the ammo problems, I think this thing is still S tier. I don't see people use it almost anymore. I still use it a fair bit. It is still very strong. You just have to like slap on Carrier Prime and then maybe get primed arrow mutation and put in the Exilus, and then you're chilling. It's not that big of a deal to deal with the ammo problem. It's still a very strong weapon. Grattler, this thing is very mediocre. This is C tier for sure. It's not that great. Arc guns are already not amazing, but as far as arc guns go, it's not an amazing arc gun in general either. Kuva Hind, I'd say this is B tier. It'll be like the bottom of, well, no, yeah, this is B tier. It's not bad. It's got good stats. It's a fun weapon. I actually really liked it back in the day. When I first got Warframe, the weapon I wanted more than anything when I looked through all the stuff at like Mastery 2 was I wanted the normal Hind, right? This was a long time. This got like 8 years ago, 7-8 years ago. I wanted it so bad, but I never ended up getting it on Xbox because I couldn't get the freaking Neurodes. Or I didn't get it at that time, sorry. I did end up getting it later on, but at that point I was such a high mastery rank for what Hind was that it didn't do any damage by that point, right? Like, it was pretty bad. Kuva Karak is D tier. It's pretty bad. It's just a assault rifle. It's fun. There are Karak devotees out there, and I used to be one. I used the Karak Wraith religiously for a long time. I loved it. It's a really, if you want just a basic assault rifle, this is gonna be the best in the game. This is like the assault rifle. It's a very fun weapon, and I love it. But I have to be honest and say that it's not very good, which is just a little depressing. Though I will likely make a video on the Kuva Croc in the future, just showing what it can do. Then Kuva Calm is definitely A tier. It has insane single target damage like heck. It shoots super fast. You can spread it around so it doesn't have horrible damage or like kill potential when there's big groups of enemies. Its biggest problem is ammo. I have run Prime Shotgun Ammo Mutation and Carrier Prime and still run out of ammo within 5 minutes into a survival mission before. It's rough. It is really rough on ammo, but if you can get past running out of ammo constantly, it's actually a very strong weapon. Kuva Kraken. Kraken was like, next to, other than Stug, Kraken was the worst gun in the game for a long time, so I thought when Kuva Kraken came out, hey baby, it'll be good now. No, it's still pretty bad. It's kind of a horrible weapon. It's very mediocre to say the least. It's just Kraken with slightly better stats. There isn't really any cool gimmick to it, which is sad. So it's gonna go in D tier. Then there's Kuva Nucor. This is obviously S tier. It can do insane damage if you get flat crit from like Avenger or Haro or Sevgoth because of its 5.0 crit multiplier, but most people use it as a primer instead, and for that is one of the best primers in the game. Very, very strong. Augris, obviously S tier. Rocket launcher, has an augment that makes it leave fire everywhere. It's been the meta for arbitrations since the dawn of time. It's one of the meta weapons for Profit Taker. It's just extremely fun and extremely powerful. Kuva Seer, this thing is questionable. You can make it do good damage, but the long reload speed, the low mag size, the AoE being practically worthless, I'd say it's definitely in C tier. I'm going to keep Brock at the bottom of C tier just because, like I said, I don't know anything about it, but I would put Seer above these weapons over here. I'll probably resort this a little bit once I finish, putting them all in. We're already nearing the end of all the weapons onto the list. Tonkor, similar to Augris, S tier. It's similar but not the same to Augris. It has a very big explosion. This thing has a way better ammo economy, but what you're giving up is like the big fiery death that Augris brings to the table. I like Augris more personally, but Tonkor is still very, very strong. This has the best ammo of any explosive weapon in the game, right? Like, it's really good. Zars also, I want to say it's S tier, but it's really fallen to the wayside. Its stats could be better. It has horrible ammo, but doesn't have the crazy AoE and fire like Augris. It's got worse AoE and infinitely worse ammo than Tonkor. It's still really good, but I'm going to put it in A tier. I think Zar is worse than these. It's a good weapon, though. Not bad by any means. In fact, I would put Shacker near the bottom of A tier, and then Zar would be under heck. Yeah, that feels right to me. Twin Stubbas are C tier. I mean, they're just dual pistols that have okay damage. Not much else to say about them. The Shield Egg, from what I've seen, it's kind of insane. I would dare say S tier because, I mean, it's a big fucking hammer that you can throw around and make explosions, right? And there's a pretty crazy build that Asian Invasions did recently with a Vobin build using Kuva Shield Egg. And it's kind of insane. I think it's called like Vobin, the Engineer or something. I definitely recommend checking that out if you're interested in Shield Egg. That's sorted right. I'd put Ayaya under Hind. And then that's right. The Brahma's still good, like I said, but it's definitely not top of S tier. It's more like bottom of S tier, but still in S tier. I would put Augris at the very top. Augris, then new August new core Tonker Shield like Brahma. There we go. That's gonna be the weapons for now. If I had to guess where the Kuva what's it called? Sobek is gonna be, it will probably be S tier, like near if not at the top of S tier. Just a guess if I had to say, right? Because Sobek's already pretty great, and it's super outdated, mostly because the augment, but we're also getting a new augment for Sobek as well, so we'll have to see where that goes. But yeah, that's going to be it for the Kuva weapon tier list as of right now. So, thanks for watching. Let me know if you disagree with anything in the comments. Adios.